decided to go up to the cabin for a couple of days and check things out. Last time we were there, before we left, we put out a few bags of carrots to see if we can bring in some furry friends. I'm sure they're going to be hungry over the winter, and you know, I'm going to go back and see if there was any action. Same time, bringing up a couple of things that we're going to be needing up there during the winter, and actually we got quite a few things to do the next couple of days, and I'd like you guys to come along, keep me some company. I got the pooch in the back. She's snoring away as usual. That's what she usually does when she's in the car. But yeah, I would like some company. So we have a few things. We're gonna probably go out and see if we can, you know, get a couple of chickens. You know, I saw a couple the last time I was there. You never know. If we're lucky, we might be able to get a couple of them. You know, make them for dinner or lunch, whatever, or bring them back. And I want to see somebody that had a skidoo for sale, because we sure are going to need that around camp over the winter, so that we can, you know, do all our videos in the bush and get around, because there's no access by car right up until the front door of the cabin. It's doable by skidoo or by snowshoe. So it's not a long walk. It's about, I would say, about a couple of clicks, a couple of kilometers from the from where I usually leave the car up until the front door. But if we get a skidoo, it'll make our life a lot easier, and we'll be able to haul some wood for fire and, you know, get a little deeper into the woods. Anyway, we're almost there. So thanks again for you know, coming with me, and I'm going to try to make it as interesting as I can, guys. Tonight, guys, we're not having any of the freeze-dried dinners. We'll be having some steak, gravy, and mashed. And just waiting for the stuff to thicken up. I'm just going to scaff my steak in there to heat it up, because I cooked it on the barbecue at home. Didn't want to do it here. And what I'm doing is a no-no. I shouldn't be making gravy in a cast iron pot. But you know what? Hey, gotta do what you gotta do, eh? And I can tell you one thing. It is blowing like a son of a bitch tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of trees go down. Anyway, I'll see you at the dinner table, guys. Let's see what this steak looks like inside here. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Gravy. I hate teasing you guys, but I'm going to finish my dinner, read my book. I'll see you guys all in the morning. Good morning, everyone. For those of you who are not familiar with these gizmos here, if you're out in the country and you have no electricity and you don't feel like perking any coffee, this is the best alternative around. These are called French presses, and you saw before how easy it was to make. 1 ladle of coffee per cup. I made 4 cups in this, I believe this is a 35-ounce container. Pour the boiling water and just press it down slowly. Let the coffee grains go to the bottom. Give it a few minutes to rest. And you got yourself a perfect cup of coffee. So, yeah, French press. Best thing around. A little weird. I like one sunny, the other two lightly over easy actually. We'll see how our bagels are doing. Not bad at all. What more can you ask for? Beautiful day in the country, in the cabin, wonderful breakfast, and God, man. God bless. Bon appetit, everyone. Man, that's good coffee. In this, I believe it's part 3 of our cabin series videos. We're going to be servicing our Coleman lantern. Again, we had done another video a little while back where we changed the mantle. Today what we're going to do is go ahead and change the pump or the plunger and a leaky control valve. Both of these little gadgets here, they have rubber seals, and what happens with time, they get a little dry, and next thing you know, a few years later, you try to turn this thing on and you're going to get either a leaky valve, control valve here, or you're going to get a plunger that just doesn't pump as well because the rubber has shrunk. So we're going to go ahead and change these things. They're very, very simple. You do not have to bring them to a serviceman to get this done for you. All you're going to need is a 1/2-inch wrench and a little Phillips screwdriver, and there you have it. Now, to order these parts, you can go to Coleman Service and Parts on the internet. That's where I found them, and there was a number of stores that carried these items. So let's go ahead and start with the control valve over here. First and foremost, what you have to do is make sure that your tank is empty, or at the very least, if you're comfortable, remove all the pressure by unscrewing your plunger over here so that there's no pressure, and unscrewing the filler cap over here. Once you unscrew this, you're going to hear all the air escape. But I do recommend that you just go ahead and empty the tank. What I like to do, so that I don't kind of hit my globe, the next thing you know I need a globe too, because these things are very fragile, as I said in the past video. So, very simple, guys. There's a little Phillips screw in here that holds down the control valve here, the switch, if you'd like. And all you have to do is take your Phillips, go ahead and remove that, put it on the side, like such. And then what you're going to need is your half-inch wrench, and you just go ahead and unscrew this guy here until it's loose enough where you can use your fingers to unscrew it. Yep, a lot of turns. That's getting pretty loose. I think I can do it with my hand. Yep. There we go. Remove this nut, put it on the side, and then you can just remove this little pin in here. And what you see here, if you notice, there's a couple of rubber seals on the inside of this shaft. And I wasn't able to find the seals alone. I had to change the whole part here. But if you're lucky enough, you can probably find just the rubber seals, change them, and basically that's all there is to it. So once that's done, you put it back in, and that'll solve any of your problems with respect to your control valve. Now, another thing I want to mention, you'll see this little pin on the end of this shaft over here. You got to make sure that it goes in properly. You'll feel it. There you go. You see that? It went in properly, because if it's not in properly, you won't be able to screw back this nut all the way to the close position. So you can test this by hand. To the left will be open, to the right would be shut. You put your nut back on, tighten it by hand. Very easy to do. And I mean, yeah, you can go to the service department and have this done for you, but it'll cost you an arm and a leg. You know, you'll be paying all kinds of money when you can do it yourself. It's quite simple. Should be good enough, that. You put your valve on, and you position the arrow in the right place. So we know that it's shut. We want to position this right over here so that it's vis-a-vis your spot, which indicates that your valve is shut. This would indicate that it's on. Okay? Put your Phillips little screw back on there. there you have it. Basically that's it. When you want to test it to see if there's any leaks, all you have to do is take some sudsy water and just make sure there's suds. You put it over here, like slather some inside these holes in here in the shaft. Turn it on. Pump it up so you get some pressure in the tank. Turn it to the on position or the light position. And if you see bubbles, if you see your sudsy water creating bubbles, then you'll know it's a leak and you'll have to go back to the drawing board and put it back into its place. But that's rarely the case. Now, as for your pump over here, it is so much easier. All you got to do to remove this guy here, it's very simple. You can do it with your bare hands. You don't really need any tools for this guy here. Make sure again that there's no pressure by turning your plunger rod to the left, removing all the pressure inside. And this cap over here, this plastic cap, is what holds it in place. All you have to do is turn it counterclockwise until it comes to the position where you can just pull on it and the plunger comes right off. Now you have another shaft over here, and you got to be careful with this guy here. If you turn it too many times, this shaft might come off, so you got to put it back on. It's actually just a guide, but you put it back on nicely. Just make sure you don't strip it when you're putting it back on. And this is the rubber piece here that needed to be changed. You can find these in parts departments, and then, like I said, if you have your Coleman sitting around for a pretty long time, they will dry up. This one not so much as your control valve, but for if you have it stored for a few years, the best thing to do would be to make sure that you have no gas or no naphtha inside your tank here, and just go ahead and put a little bit of Vaseline around your plunger here, and with the same token on your control valve, the two little rings that were on the shaft of this little control valve over here. So there you have it, folks. Pretty simple. And that's how you change, or that's how you service your Coleman. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next vid.